touring car, 2 litres. Joachim Winkelhock starting on pole position. They get the green light, and you're riding with the man who starts on pole for the 94 Nissan Mobil 500. The BMW's down to the chicane. Whoa, look at that. Straight through. Winkelhock into the lead. Soper, Harvey, Bell, Beard, Bailey, and Toshio Suzuki all on as they head into the Coca-Cola hairpin.
Dennis Chapman left on the starting line. What a disaster in the Tate Communications BMW. Now he gets underway, but way behind our race leader, Joachim Winkelhock.
Coming back around under the Peanut Slab overbridge along the waterfront around the Wellington waterfront for the first time. And it's Winkelhock in front, Sober right behind him. Then it's Harvey, Bell. And they're just getting their first taste of just what the track conditions are like around this part of the circuit. Very tricky in these first opening laps because your first lap you don't quite know how wet the track is and you're pushing really hard. So it's the pressure's really on here.
Boy, look at the gap these two Snitzer cars are opening up there as we go to the Iowa Minicam, courtesy Joachim Winkelhock and Steve Soper making a challenge there as well on his teammate. Soper's through. Winkelhock and Soper already. The battle has begun between the two teammates in the Schnitzer BMWs. Steve Soper, we were talking about this at the start of the race. Peter Brock, can you believe it?
It's what we came to see, isn't it? These two guys, no real team orders. The only thing that Charlie Lamb says to the boys, don't crash into each other.
Okay, well, the car has just come into the pits. The mechanics are looking at the front left-hand corner. He sustained some damage there. The headlights coming off. They're putting new slicks onto the car.
So Julian Bailey, the first to hit the pit stop that they don't really want to do in this 28-lap sprint race. 11 laps gone as they come out of Lion Brown corner down onto Cable Street. Whoa, and Joachim Winkelhock is all over his teammate Soper, and they are really putting in some quick times. It's all on.
Now the Iowa Minicam takes us back onto the start-finish straight. Very, very fast part of the circuit. And you can see that Soper's doing everything, weaving across the track, trying to keep behind this little man, Joe Winkelhock.
Joe's got his lights blazing now, so he's obviously telling Steve, move over, pal, and Steve's not going to have any power of that.
Soper slipped past on the first lap. Now Smoke and Joe is really starting to cook this BMW. They are both circulating in times of 1:34.8. They did exactly the same lap time. So these guys are really having a great battle.
I mean, these guys are not mucking around to do those times. That's down to qualifying lap times, so they're not hanging about.
And they've opened up a 17-second lead on Tim Harvey, who's back in third spot. Winkelhock trying to have a go down that tricky tight part of the waterfront circuit, which he's not that pleased about. And the same thing is Soper's not hot about this part of the track either.
Neither of them like it, but they seem to handle it no problem whatsoever as we see them heading down. Right now, that's Paul's corner, or Glenn's corner actually, down to the Nissan Mobil left-hander here. The Iowa Minicam pictures showing us the fight that rages still. Any thoughts we had that the Schnitzer boys weren't going to go hard at it just went out the window the moment this race started.
What?
So the action continues out in front between the two Schnitzers.
We can see...
Whoa, Soper and Winkelhock both getting very close to the Armco. They are letting it go. These boys are hanging it out to dry.
You've told the drivers to slow. You're obviously worried.
Yes, I mean, the way the race developed, both the drivers, they can go away from the rest of the competitors, and I think their fight really gets serious, and obviously Wellington is unforgiving, so we don't want something silly to happen.
And there you see it. Joachim Winkelhock has regained the lead. He's just snatched that first position back from Steve Soper. So he lost it on lap 1, and he's regained it 14 laps later on lap 15.
Oh, sideways coming in there for
Joe's getting rattled there, for sure he is, and there's an opportunity for Steve here to pick it up.
Soper, can he regain the lead? Winkelhock down the inside, and he takes it back. It's still on. This is Craig Beard. It's the Cellnet Castrol BMW, and it is not looking good for the Kiwi. He was running in 5th spot, but that car has obviously given up for the day. And I can tell you that gap between the two leaders, as we get some awesome shots there.
We see Steve Soper just thrown in the...
Oh, massive hit between the teammates. The thing they promised Charlie they wouldn't do.
Joachim Winkelhock there, and he gets the big hit from behind from Soper. Winkelhock spins around. Soper says, now I've got you. I can finish the race.
We can see the brake longer there. Steve's just gone in way too hot, and that's the teammates. It's not deliberate. He's just gone in there too late on the brakes.
And Smoking Joe Winkelhock now comes down and he takes the checkered flag to pick up another win in the Asia Pacific Touring Car Championship. And what a dramatic day on the Wellington waterfront. The sixth and final round of the Asia Pacific Touring Car Series, waiting for the green light to let the 2-litre tearaways rip the rubber and do their thing. They get the green light. The two BMWs, the Motorola's get a great start. Beard got a beauty, and it's Winkelhock first through the chicane.
Justin Bell just again did that screamer of a start and got by his teammate there and took away that second spot. Steve Soper slotting into fourth.
28 laps. It's still a long time to race around the waterfront. Anything can happen, as you saw. A field of 11 cars, and look at this, Harvey once again got off to a slow start, but now he's moved up into second in front of his teammate.
All this has worked to an advantage for Joe Winkelhock.
And that's the gap now starting to develop as Winkelhock races through the chicane. Harvey second, and look at Steve Soper. He's already made ground up and he's got up to third spot, so that's a great start. Smoking Joe trying to make it two in a row, and he's got the perfect start. He's cleared out from the field, twitching there, Paul.
Yes, I also noticed the back here, the right rear is also over the wheel. He's had a bit of a brush with the wall.
Okay, I can tell you from the lap time so far that Steve Soper has done the quickest time, a 1:33.7.
Well, look what's happening now. The gap is closing up between Joe Winkelhock and Tim Harvey, so we don't know whether Joe had a little oopsie somewhere around the track.
And look at this around the overseas sweeper, three of them there. Perhaps Joachim Winkelhock might have a problem. He's starting to slow a bit, a 1:35.7. And Harvey's all over him like a mad rash. And all over him is Steve Soper.
Well, he's certainly, I think he might have lost his lead. In fact, he's gone.
Well, that's real drama. Joachim Winkelhock has got problems and Harvey's now in front, which means Soper, if he can get past, he'll take the lead and perhaps gain revenge.
Very symbolic. You see Joe flick the lights off. The light's gone out, baby, on Joe Winkelhock's charge in the second race of the Nissan Mobil 500.
What was the problem, Joe?
I was a little bit too hard over the curbs, and so I'm not sure, but there must be something wrong with the front suspension of the left front, so I think it's more sure to stop.
You could feel it through the steering?
Yeah, I had a lot more understeering in the exit of the corner, so it was really nice to drive the car after this incident. But okay, it was not so bad a weekend.
Well, there you have it, the cautious approach, Peter Brock.
Yes, not a place to be driving around with front suspension problems, I can assure you of that. Probably a wise decision, but a difficult one for any race driver to make. Wellington's full of surprises. Every year we have problems, dramas, people hitting walls. That's the great, I think, the great challenge of this circuit.
Justin Bell's moved up to third. Craig Beard fourth. Then it's Jeff Brabham fifth. Julian Bailey, Dennis Chapman, Grant Aitken, Winkelhock out, and of course the Suzuki down and Soper. Whoa!
Well, I think they might have put paid to his chances. I don't like the look of that front tyre. That front end, I think that's gone.
No, Steve's going to really struggle with that. That would have done some major suspension damage.
And you see in the Iowa replay, and there it comes. Tail happy, out wide, bang into the Armco. And it's not a happy race for the Schnitzers in race two. Two of them into the pits.
The unpredictable nature of motor racing. We can have all these experts that say this is what's going to happen, but it's one of the great fascinations of motor racing. Watching Shoemaker the other day with Bell, anything can happen.
It sure does, and I think the nature of the Wellington course, exactly what happened to Steve there, it can happen to anybody, and it's just motor racing.
It's not your day, mate.
No, it doesn't look like it. Wellington doesn't suit me, does it? Well, again, I suppose I was getting a bit frustrated, sat behind him, and I just lost a bit of concentration, slid in the barrier. I mean, I felt the car slide in, but I didn't really react quick enough. I mean, it slides and moves around so much.
You've got some unfinished business in Wellington. You're going to have to come back.
Yeah. We'll see.
Well, lads, that says it all, doesn't it?
The understatement of the week, yeah. This place hates me.
And it's Harvey, Bell, Beard, Brabham and Bailey. That's your top five now. We've got a new leader, of course, after the drama with the Schnitzers, and here's the real battle now for third and fourth. It's between Jeff Brabham is in the Diet Coke BMW in fourth, and the Kiwi Craig Beard twitching in the Castrol Cellnet Beamer, trying to hold on to third. And it's Tim Harvey. He's got a very comfortable lead now.
He's obviously, Peter Wars said to him, take it easy, get it home. His last lap, 31.38.2, so he's making sure he's going to get this car home.
I think Justin Bell should be able to stay comfortably in second. Will Craig Beard hold on to third? That was perhaps Jeff Brabham's last place to pass.
You might be right there.
Here's Tim Harvey now for the last time after his first. Oh, wow, what a way to rip it into Cable Street. Down the bump, slide it out, stay off the Armco, and now screen down through the Yellow Pages corner, along pit straight, and take the checkered flag.
I love the way, even when he was brushing the Armco, he's waving out there, waving to the marshals. Yeah, I've done it, guys.
Justin Bell coming down to take second for the Motorola Pages BMWs. They get the double, and Craig Beard will get third. For the Kiwis, Jeff Brabham comes home fourth. Excellent racing in the final round of the Asia Pacific Touring Car 2 litres.